We are on our way to the Central District of the Volta Region, some 2 weeks after we came here to donate items to people affected by flooding in the island community of Awadiwoe-Kome, close to New Bakpa. They also call it Awadiwoe-Kome Bakpa. The history of this town is well known. In 1963, after the major flooding that occurred in parts of Lower Volta, people in Old Bakpa were moved to this place, which is now New Bakpa. Now, the adjoining town to New Bakpa is called Awadiwoe-Kome, with an island community just next to it. Indeed, Awadiwoe is both mainland and island. We are coming to have interactions with the chief of Awadiwoe-Kome to discuss our proposed resettlement quarters, which we want to put up here by the kind support of listeners of Citi FM and viewers of Citi TV.
You know, my people have been displaced, and they don't have home. They are lodging with family members and friends, so we don't have home. So this very project is very, very important to us, because somebody living without a home and someone wanted to give you home, it's a joy, the greatest joy of the world. So we are so excited that management of Citi FM and Citi TV came to our aid after few interactions with Bernard the other day. They agreed to come and rescue us from this situation.
We are told over 1,000 people have been displaced in this community, and the chief has agreed to give us land to put up either a quarters or a shelter. So we just came today, myself and Richard Mensah and the team, to look at the land, and then to be sure that there's the interest and the willingness for a project like what we've started in some of the other places to be done. So this is the land that Torkpo has graciously agreed that we use for the project for his people. We are with the assemblyman as well and with some people of the community. So basically this was a recce mission. The land is big, it's flat, it's good, it looks good. So God willing, we'll be here later in the week to cut the sod to start the project. So the quarters will be building. The people whose houses were submerged by the flood waters on that island are those who are going to benefit from it. So we're going to check out what actually happened. We are on the canoe, and we are about to move to the island. This is the Volta Lake. This is the Volta Lake, and I'm told that when the spillways were opened, all of this place was flooded, even up to where the car is up there. So it's a very serious situation. So we are going on a journey that will return. So it's an outboard motor-powered canoe that they used to cross the Volta. We are now on the island of Awadiwoe-Kome. So Ava is war or battle in Ewe. Awadiwoe, if you want war, come. Kome is just an island. So this is the island. We just crossed. So the town Awadiwoe is separated by this water, the Volta. Next to Awadiwoe is New Bakpa. So we get to New Bakpa, we go to Awadiwoe, and now we've crossed to the island. And my tour guide tells me that the water came up as high as some of the mango trees. So this is a part of the Volta Lake. It's very quiet today, but we're told that in the few days after the spillage, within 2 or 3 weeks ago, all of this place was water being sent to the settlement itself. And the gentleman who rode the canoe, who powered the canoe,
Abochi Otis.
Abochi Otis, Etokanewa.
Okwana Abomoto.
Nekura album moto. Penene neno album moto ku. How long?
Majaguma 2015.
2015. Now let's enter and see what is there. Ta he chiava chiafika odo lefi.
Asia.
Meba do fia.
Wado gi to side.
Edo afi.
Edo gi. Ta cho gala home kla.
Afrika ta chiva.
Cho window.
Cho window akata. He's telling me that when the water came, if you look at the line, this is Assemblyman's house. Yeah. So water was all over there. Tametanva home since a chair. So the water a chabado afi. Wow. Wow. Afi katan. So they're saying that all this place we are walking, they had to bring the canoe here to get people. Amwa edoa bene in leke ojoe.
Oh, actually, she nokova once. Nokova once ta eje mi o boys so do mi a water ala be mi ata use canoe ala be akono am crossing fast ala mi na mi osro pe mi view am move the other side. Ta ko ba jona ma mi le manage. Mi le manage yeah.
Ta ko ya jia abe amene na ele fi le area me. We are many. Me subo kra. Me do 200.
Oh,
500.
500 kra me
500.
Yeah.
Me subo.
Me subo serious.
Tafika me ole fifi lai.
I'm gada ole Bakpa players
Zorokpoji.
Yeah. Gama am gada ole feel like
at Church of Pentecost Awadiwoe-Kome, and I'm told by the assemblyman's brother, come, because I want to use your height to measure something. I want you to tell me where the water got to that night, because I'm told it started around 10, 11 p.m. Where was the water? This is the level of the water. So even me, the water will be up to my eye level. So this is the Church of Pentecost Awadiwoe-Kome.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a direct appeal to the Church of Pentecost. So you have a church here. You see the address, and the water was up to this level. That fateful night where the water came. So this is an island that has been devastated. They've all left. Apparently, a few young men are here to just protect the place. They are all either at New Bakpa or another place that they've been sent to, waiting for something more serious to be done. So this is what is informing our decision to build some quarters, because this is not really a temporary structure you have to build. This has to be quarters to rehouse people, because you have 1,200 people on an island which had water up to his level. In a night, luckily and by the grace of God, these young men were able to save all the people, rescue them to a high place on the island, and then eventually to New Bakpa. Where is this?
Yeah, so this is a residence for some victims before the spillage.
Is that a wheelchair I see?
That's a wheelchair for a disabled lady. She didn't want to leave. She said, like, okay, Charlie, I'm old. Let me just die here. So it has to take the assembly member, the chiefs, to calm her down before we're able to move her out of the room. And a couple of aged people were reluctant to leave because they feel like, Charlie, let me just die here. But thanks to our chief and assembly, we were able to move all of them. That her wheelchair is still there.
Wow. Yeah. This is very serious. And this was after 10 p.m., 11 p.m. in the night.
11 p.m. And if not that, we the youths were very smart, we would have lost lives. Because immediately it happened, we have to move everybody forcefully from their rooms to a safe place on the island first before we arranged for. But could you believe people left their room and within 30 minutes it collapsed down? Because this is mad. Once the water comes with force, within few minutes it's supposed to destroy.
That hey, Amuaheva Nchwa Africa no.
Miles Bakpa Alavanyo.
That enya leke ojo leke nyese nyama.
Kaishe chomila. Nyono katashi tome. Mi kpote fe mi ano ye mi va chuto va Alavanyo.
Ta leke mi va do Alavanyo, leke mi va yafima.
Que mi va yafima mi va ano te afia de mala gama yo kote fe mi mo.
A very, very heart-wrenching experience it must have been. This gives us the firm conviction that there were over 1,200 people who used to live here, many of whom are now perching with neighbors and friends in New Bakpa and on the mainland of Awadiwoe-Kome need support. Having done this tour, we are very clear in our minds that what Citi FM, Citi TV needs to do is beyond a temporary shelter. These are people whose livelihoods and history, lives have been wiped out, and they need support with resettlement. So we're going to do our best to put up those resettlement structures on the mainland, hoping that it will provide the necessary succor for those who've been affected. On the good side, we also managed to buy some palm fruits, which the women who are with us on the canoe sold to us for just 10 Ghana cedis. We saw lots of palm trees on the island, so there's a lot of palm products that are here. And behind us is the Volta Lake that takes you all the way to Torkpo Bridge, and the water rose all over to over 4 feet high. It was a devastating situation for those who live here. So the team have come to confirm that the need here is actually much bigger than we thought, and the fact that bringing relief items was not enough, resettlement is necessary, and it's also important for the country to see the brave work of some of the young men and women here who helped to save some of the seriously affected people. So reporting from Awadiwoe-Kome, Bakpa, my name is Bernard Avle with Kennedy Chumesi, putting together this report.